right, so price is in bullish momentum. Clear to see on the chart chat that we're putting in higher highs and higher lows. So we're respecting previous lows on the 5-minute chart.
The D-Money Show.
Out of that trade chat for 20 points, you're seeing it live here on YouTube. D-Money, who's rocking like us? Riding the EMAs. We're putting in higher highs and higher lows. So we're respecting previous lows on the 5-minute chart, kind of map those out. You can see how every time price puts in a low. So I would not be surprised if 26,000 level gets taken today. It's your wrong, baby. I'm back in the VDH. I'm feeling good. The next candles continue to grind higher to the upside. I wrote this momentum up to the 900. This is the year 2026, and I'm trying to make a little money. All right, guys, drop a W in the chat for that. If you made money on that trade, let's go. All right, guys, there's 20 points. That boy good. That boy good. Tune in, guys, Monday through Friday, live from the VDH, the D-Money Show. Let's go. Yo, yo, yo. What up, what up, what up? We back. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Man, oh man. It's Friday, chat. Pardon the Red Bull. Let's go. Shorting Rob, D-Money the King. Hey, what's up? How are you? Looks like you're the first comment. You gotta love it. Oh man, guys. 80028, what up? Crypto Plumber. I love that user ID. What up, what up, what up? Rick Law, let's go. We are back, chat. Like we never left. You already know. We're gonna be out here trying to make a little money. It's Friday. Apparently my daughter is headed to Disney today, chat. You gotta love it. Man. Shout out to Rio Trades, 1,000 rocking out every day. Rio, we're still waiting for the video. We would love to have the video of the 1,000 that are rocking out with you watching us, myself and PW. We would love to repost that, so have no fear. A repost is near if you send that in. Oh man. JC Trades, good morning. What up, what up, what up? Will Jerome make an appearance today? You never know. You gotta stay tuned. You never know. Good morning, D-Money. Gloomy day down here in South Florida. Yeah, without a doubt. I think it was supposed to be, I think it's going to get a little better though as the day progresses. So don't you worry. D-Money, why are my comments never shown on screen? Am I blocked? You're not blocked because I'm reading the comments. So, oh man. So I can definitely see your comments. So you're not blocked. Dr. Just John, what up, big dog? Hey, what's up? How are you? So, true story, chat. You're gonna love this. So we had a reaction off of yesterday's basically opening range candle low, guys. At about 6 o'clock, and you had to push right back up to the upside, chat. Can you believe that? So we just had a reaction off of yesterday's daily candles high as well, or ORB high, 24,452, and we just pushed back to the upside. So never fear, the range is still here. Oh man. You gotta love it. Good morning, D. Your thoughts on the weekly NQ candle, please. Yeah, I mean, we'll get into that. Let me just map out previous daily candles high and low first. So it looks like, I mean, we had obviously some bearish, we had a bearish daily close yesterday, chat, but you had a long bottom wick on that candle. So that's not exactly convincing if you're a bear, that daily candle close from yesterday. So looks like the daily candle's high, 24,725.25. And you have the daily candle low at 24,326.75. So, and that actually matches with, oh man, you gotta love it, guys. That's right at the opening range candle low from yesterday, right? ORB. You gotta love it. $326.75, yeah. So that's ORB low from yesterday, chat. So that's your opening, your daily candle high and low from yesterday. So make no mistake about it, guys. We kind of been stuck in a range. We know that already. Somebody wanted me to look at the daily chart, the weekly chart. Yeah, I mean the weekly chart is cray with Lil Ray Ray. I mean there's no way to it's nasty, right? You got long wicks top and the bottom. At some point we are gonna get out of this range with momentum. Just depends on the matter, right? It's a matter of when, not if. You sound so ill, not in a good way. I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about. Pooley, 888. I've learned a lot from you over the last few weeks about how to trade the MAs. Appreciate it, my friend. Hey, happy to hear that. Trucker Tom, I love that that username, man. It's funny. Tucker Tom, what up? Like your commentary. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. A bit early for the weird comments. Yeah, they're starting to, some of them are starting already. We know that we're well aware, chat, that about 10:30, that 10:30 mark, between 10:30 and 11, you get the weirdness that starts to elevate. So that's typically the peak, but started early today. D, do you trade take profit trader? Not at the moment. I need to. PW's been banking, guys. Another payout. You gotta love it. D makes some of the best calls I've seen on YouTube. Real trader. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. So, I mean, it's let's check any red folder, guys. We have any red folder news today? Nope. So no news. You gotta love that. I'll be back, wife time. I'll be back. All right, so D-Money, which is your favorite? Account size 150 or 50K? Yeah, it depends on your preference in regards to, it really comes down to patience and drawdown, to be honest. Right? Because if you actually if you have enough patience, clearly you have to make more profit. You have to hit higher profit targets on a 150K account, but that's going to take you longer, right? If you're trading it with discipline, if you're YOLOing, going max contracts per account or per trade, then I mean, that's a different story. So it's your preference thing, guys. 50Ks, like I said, I think I said yesterday, nothing wrong with the 50K accounts, but you obviously have limited drawdown. But the profit target is smaller, so it's a preference thing. Jerome making an intro video soon. It's in the works, he said. Oh man, can't trust that guy. Don't take what Jerome says at face value, chat. So we're getting ready for market open. We're gonna drop a poll, see how you guys are feeling out there. I mean, crazy thing is we're back inside of this range, guys, from yesterday. I mean, that's hard to kind of fathom, but we are, right? If you draw it across from I mean, never fear, the range is still here. So we're going to see how you guys are feeling, up or down at open. We are below all EMAs on a higher time frame, 1 hour chart, right? 1450, 200 EMA. Same thing on the 4 hour chart. Venture Trades, what up, D-Money? Hey, what's up? How are you? So I dropped a poll in the chat. Let's see how you guys are feeling out there, up or down at market open. Curious to see your thought process. I mean, I don't really have a bias, guys, unless we start basically kind of getting some clear indication. I mean, I have to mark this out because this is hysterical, to be honest, that we opening range candles low from yesterday, guys, is the daily candle low. So if we push down, right, we got some time left here, chat, so I'm curious to see how we open up. But if we get a push down towards the bottom of the day, towards 326, and we get expansion back to the upside with momentum, you could be targeting above the 600 area. So gonna be watching. The last time we got down to 336, we were able to get back to 683, chat, right? So that's the what I'm kind of saying. So if we're able to get, I think initially back above like the 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart, where my cursor is, right, that 519 area, then you could be targeting towards the top of the range. So far, only 386 votes because we got some time left, chat. Feel that we're going up. 42% feel like we're gonna drop. So don't you worry, we're getting ready. Do me a solid if you haven't already, guys. It looks like we have 2,500 people tuned into the show. It's only 9:15, so we're gonna ramp up here. Made no mistake about it. But if you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. We got to keep the streak alive, chat. We've had well over 1,000 likes before 9:30 for weeks on weeks on weeks. So trying to keep that 1K plus streak alive going into the open. What if you make a mistake about it? Oh, man. So, yeah, I mean, I saw a comment somebody just stated, right? Like, hey, we're in the middle of the range. Yeah, you're right. We're still in the range. So you're waiting for something to convince you to join a party in either direction. Right now, we are currently putting in some kind of bullish momentum. In the short term, doesn't mean it has to hold because we're still in a range, but we're putting in higher highs and higher lows, right, on the 5-minute chart. So for that to continue, right, we need to continue to take out previous highs up here above 500. So we're going to find out, chat. A lot can happen before market open at 9:30. So we'll continue to watch and then we'll go from there. So yesterday, we know we had a crazy pop. If you were rocking out with me yesterday from 2 to 4, I mean, you had the best price action, I strongly feel, of the week. Yesterday's pop right at 3 o'clock was almost 250 points to the upside, guys, outside of the range, right, that we were stuck in. So that was great with Lil Ray Ray. So it remains to be seen what's going to happen today. Chevy Riding, good morning, my boy D. Sunny Sunshine, what up? Little, what up? Jerome is a liar. He made a recap yesterday. Now he's MIA. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't trust that guy, man. Don't trust Jerome, chat. You guys, I saw the comments. You guys were, seems like majority of the people enjoyed Jerome's recap, but Jerome has a tendency to not be reliable, guys. Hence the 8 baby mamas. So clearly. Good morning, D in chat. Hey, what's up? double keto, baby. You're one of the baby mamas. Well, you've been duped, so feel sorry for you, but because you're not gonna get support with that child because Jerome is on a whole nother level. Is Jerome a real person? Did you not watch the recap of Jerome doing the trade recap? Yeah, I feel sorry for you if you have a kid by Jerome, because you basically have a kid by yourself, because he's not going to help take care of the kid. I'm just saying. He doesn't have the financial means, guys. He's down bad, chat. Jesse Clark, what up, D-Money? Hey, what's up? How are you? So we're getting ready here, chat. We got less than 10 minutes. Stuck in the big old range. We got it mapped out on the chart. we had a attempt to break the bottom of the range. So does that mean we head to the top of the range, guys? Right, up towards 700. So we'll see. 61% feel like we're going up so far. We got well over 3,000 people, guys. We're starting to climb. So got 757 likes. So if you haven't already, do me a solid. Maybe you're tuning in now. Hit the like button, trying to keep the 1,000+ streak alive. Going into 9:30. Fade and pop, yeah, it could be. D, how's the satellite holding up? Yeah, I haven't been checking on the satellite, guys, because I've been focused on doing this stream. So don't tell PW that, but yeah. D-Money teach Jerome how to trade so he can pay his child support. Yeah, Jerome claims that he's a better trader than me, so there's nothing to teach Jerome. It's kind of like, you know how you got people where they can't be taught anything, chat. They know it all. That's Jerome, so. We got those uncoachable. Freaky Friday, yeah. Hopefully we get some decent volatility, chat. That's what I'm hoping for. D, you sound good today in a good way. Hey, I appreciate that. Long at 440, 466. Yeah, nice. Congrats. Got about 7 minutes and 10 seconds left, chat, before the market opens up. It's Friday. No news, so that won't be deciding factor today, right? In regards to influencing the market. Now that does not mean, chat, that Trump can't come out and tweet something and etc. Right? We know that, so keep that in mind. All right, let's see where we're at. So we're got 3,500 people tuned in. We're climbing, guys, as usual. So we're gonna ramp up here pretty quick. Got about 900 likes on the stream. If you're new to the channel, maybe this is your first time rocking out with the BDH. We appreciate you checking us out. We rock out Monday through Friday, no later than 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. We're just out here trying to make a little money. So if you rock out every day, we appreciate the support. We don't take that for granted at all. One hour chart, 1 hour candle, guys, is trying to kind of get some momentum here. So what I'm looking at, like I said, the last time we were down at that 325 area, we had a pop right back to the top of the range. So I would say you get above 500 with momentum, right? Like this 513 level. We're heading uppers, guys. That's how I would have to play it, right? If we lose 469, which is the 14 EMA, and there's some of the pop that's kind of happening right now, which I hate that, right? Because it's pre-market, but we lose like this 480 area, guys, not great for the bulls. Kind of disappointed that we got that pop above that high now, but hey, it is what it is. More upside. So yeah, like I said, guys, I saw that 1 hour candle. I mean, and look at it now, chat. Look at that 1 hour candle now, right? This is the 1 hour chart. Forming a nice bottom wick, tries to span up towards the top of the range. We'll see how this plays out. Previous week low looks intriguing to me. Previous week's low. I mean, it's possible. I mean, you got a long exhaustion wick on the top of this current weekly candle, so that, I mean, that could be possible, right? Price has to make, they got to make a decision, chat, whether they want to flush this thing to the downside or if they want us to pop back to the upside. Clearly, there's a battle going on between the bulls and the bears when you have all these crazy wicks at the top and the bottom. These are weekly candles, guys, so we've been dealing with this for weeks. This is February, so look at February. Since February, we've had this wick off action, chat, on the weekly chart. So we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. We're gonna give it about 30 seconds, and we're gonna finalize the poll, chat. So get your votes in, up or down at market open. So far, pretty convincing lead for the bulls in the chat. 64% feel like we're going up, and you got 36% that feel like we're going down. So bulls are back. Yeah, I mean, hey, we bounced out the bottom of the range, so I'm leaning more towards longs, guys. If this right, maybe we get some kind of push down towards the 14 EMA at 24,000, maybe 480 area, and then we get back above 500 and we head higher, right? So we'll see how this thing kind of opens up. But I mean, I saw we reacted at the bottom of the range, and you got technically until the top of the range, which is up above, right, basically 685. So that's what I'm going to be waiting for. You got about 45 seconds left. Do me a solid if you haven't already, guys. Hit the like button. We're going to finalize the poll. We're right at 64%, about 1,700 votes. So you got to put clear picture of how the chat's feeling. Streak remains alive, guys. We hit 1,000 likes, so I appreciate the support as we get ready for market open. We're actually at 1,100 likes. Let's go. All right, 4 seconds left, chat. So back above 528, I will be looking for longs myself personally. Market's open. push down, testing these lows down here. $457. So that rejection's not great for bulls, chat. Right? Could be headed below 400, to be honest, because we just took out these lows. All that structure got broken to the downside. But gonna be patient here. We've had this a few times where we've had structure for bulls kind of building out. Once that gets flushed to the downside, we head down with momentum, guys. Right? So shorts are looking more and more convincing at the moment, guys. I'm gonna try a short here. Wow, there's a drop. 15 points, 20 points, 25 points. $30 points. All right, we'll take that off, guys. We'll take that off. So you had about 35 points on that drop to the downside. You gotta love it. So I was basically taking out these previous candles lows. So that's not bullish structure, that's bearish structure, guys. Drop a W in the chat if you took the short there. Shorts got paid. Crazy flush to the downside. You gotta love it. Now I'll wait, guys, for the ORB to kind of set up and see what happens, right? But that was we saw this a few days back, where if those lows get taken after a trending market to the upside, guys, a lot of times you're gonna get a deeper push to the downside. So let's go. You gotta love it. Somebody said they took a L. Yeah, you took a L probably if you took longs, because guess what? Price is still dropping. So if you took a L, maybe you faded and you learned the hard way. And we're still dropping, guys. There's more downside, right? There's 392. So we couldn't get back above the high of this 925 candle. 24,527. And you're still dropping, guys. What's the next move, D? It's only 934. Oh man, you gotta love it. $491.25. I'm mapping out the ORB, chat. $383.75. All right, so that's your ORB. That's your 5-minute candles ORB, guys, mapped out. 24,383.75 is the low. You got 24,491 is the high. So if you took the short call out, guys, obviously if you got short, you got paid. You had a crazy flush to the downside, total of 106 points. Great channel, but music is annoying. Take a survey to have music or not. Brandy, no, we would not be taking a survey for that. So unfortunately, if you don't like the music, you want to trade when it's completely quiet, we don't do that on this stream. So sorry about that. So we're not even gonna waste the energy on the survey because we already know the answer to that. Sorry, not trying to be rude. All right, so you got a bounce here off the ORB, guys. 24,383, right back up so far. All right, so turned it down a little bit. Somebody said they felt the music was a little too loud, so I adjusted it a little bit. You have to adjust it. You can adjust it as well on your end. Right back up on, right back up, guys, off the ORB low. Look at the reaction. Pretty crazy reaction right off the low, guys. Right, about a 40-point pop. So now just got to be patient. Let's see what happens here. I already took one trade call out that you would have got paid on shorts. Saw us breaking structure to the downside on these candles and had to hop in, guys, right? And you had a pretty quick drop. Took somebody out the chat because they said that the trade was up when I called out a short. Yeah, that's because prices and momentum to the downside. So if you can't recognize that, then you probably don't need to be watching the stream. So he gone. He was gone already. All right, so if we lose 24,383, guys, you could be targeting 326, right? Which is technically yesterday's daily candles low. Keep that in mind, as well as yesterday's ORB low, guys, believe it or not. I mean, it's like you gotta love that. The BDH is brutal. No, we're not brutal, man. It's just a matter of right, you got to be realistic with some of the stuff that you're saying. If you're gonna make comments, there's gonna be a reaction, right? We have the right to react, and if it's something that doesn't, you're saying something that doesn't even make sense, we're gonna react to that. That's all. I think I'm a pretty patient guy, guys. I think you guys can majority agree to that, but there are certain things that I'm not gonna kind of deal with that doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. So just kind of waiting to see what happens here at this 24,383. Do the bears have enough momentum to take us lower, guys? Challenging 326. That's the question. You got about 4 seconds left on the current candle. It's getting ready to close out. Did not flush it yet to the downside. This is always tricky, chat, because at these like range lows, a lot of times you'll get a flush or you'll get a swipe of the ORB low and then price will push right back up. right? So it's kind of trappy. I would rather see a solid candle close below the ORB before trying to get short down here after that sell-off right at the open. And look at the reaction back up, chat. This is what I'm saying, right? I've seen this too much. I've been that trader trying to basically kind of be aggressive and trade the short here, and you get chopped right back up, right? So if you took that short, you're down about 30 points in drawdown already. Liquidity sweep, yeah, a lot of times, right? Because they know that people are mapping out the ORB, etc., guys, and they're looking to kind of trap people. So you got to be careful. That's all. Got to be careful and aware of the areas. What do I think about the 1 minute ORB? I prefer the 5 minute or 15. But it prints. I'll put it like this, guys. It's gonna print, obviously, because it's a faster moving time frame, and your entry is gonna be really good if it's gonna give you the momentum. Look at this push right back up, chat. But if you're wrong, right? If it's a day where it's wrong, you can lose big as well. So you gotta know where your stops are. Look at this push right back up off the bottom of the RB. So far, that's not bearish, guys, right? That's not, you don't want to see this reaction if you're a bear. Like, why did we just push back up 56 points? I mean, that's the opposite of what you want to see if you're a bear. 15-minute candles getting ready to close out, chat. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. If you haven't already, do me a solid, guys. Hit the like button. Looks like we have over 5,600 people tuned into the show. I appreciate the support. Don't take it for granted. Took one trade so far. Nice short to the downside. Was up over 30 points on the call out there. Saw a lot of people bag more than that. You had a crazy drop, guys, but that was a quick, right? I mean, there was literally no drawdown. You got in and you were pretty much in profit, riding that thing to the downside. So that's you love those kind of setups. And now just trying to be patient. We'll see what else we can get. It's only 9:43. If this is your first time rocking out with the BDH, welcome to the show. Look at this push, chat. Marble, yeah. Marble 1928, yeah. That's what I was just saying, right? Yeah, I took a short on basically the break of these lows below like 455 area. Was up like 35 points. So just being patient now. Hey D, what could make you not wait for the 5-minute ORB? What could make me not wait for it? So kind of like what you saw, because I didn't wait for it today, right? I didn't wait for it today. I took a short because what I start noticing, chat, is that so we had pre-market, you had like these pops to the upside where my cursor, take a look at my cursor, right? You had like this bullish structure being put in the market. And what I've noticed is a lot of times, doesn't mean it's going to happen 100% of the time, guys, but a lot of times you'll get like a push it upside, retracement, push higher, retracement, push higher, retracement, push higher, right? So that's higher highs, higher lows. If you see that structure pre-market, guys, and then all of a sudden we start dropping and taking out some of those lows at the open with momentum, you could get more downside. So that's why I hopped into that short. I didn't wait for the ORB to close because I saw that the structure to the, that's a signal when those lower highs are getting higher lows are getting taken out, guys, that there could be a trend change and you're trying to catch the momentum. So I'll try to catch it to the downside. Luigi, always learning with you. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. I definitely try. I love seeing how you and PW have adopted each other's trading styles. That was a PW move for sure. Hey, guys, I've been watching PW for years, right? So like I said this multiple times. I feel like PW is the best at trading. He's the best that I've seen, guys, at trading the market open. So I openly say that I'll definitely try to add some of his trading, trading the open into my tool bag. Why not? Toolkit. Do you watch at volumes? Yeah, I don't watch I don't have volume. I don't have any volume indicators at all on my charts, guys. I used to, but that's just a personal thing. I find myself putting too much weight on it, meaning that I'm like, hey, it's at a level where there's a lot of volume. I'm just giving you an example, right? I would be like, hey, it's at a level with a lot of volume. It has to bounce from here, right? So what would I do, chat? I would just randomly take a long. Not looking at price action or anything. I just would literally click buy because I'm like, oh, there's so much volume here. Like there's a lot of, it has to bounce. And guess what, guys? It didn't bounce, right? Or it didn't drop from a level that, you can't go strictly off the indicator. Price action is always going to be the best indicator in momentum because that's right in front of you, right? Not delayed. There's no lag time. There's lag time with all indicators, chat, including the EMAs, right? There is lag time with EMAs, so you have to learn how to use them in confluence with price action. Oh man, guys, we'll have to check this out in a little bit. You gotta love it. Just saw a post on X. We'll have to check this out in a few. All right, so yeah, you had a nice drop there, chat, right? This is why I'm trying to be patient because we're still inside of the ORB. If you map out the 15-minute RB, nothing changed except for the lows a little lower. So we'll do that now, right? The low of the 15-minute ORB, chat, 24,380. So this is not a reaction you want to see at the EMA if you're bullish. You had a crazy rejection of roughly, the range of the candle is 62 points. It was looking extremely bullish, and then all of a sudden the new, right, the 5-minute candle going into the close of it had a bearish reaction right back down. So that's not great so far for the bulls, chat. 15-minute candle, right, range has been set. Long wick at the bottom. Now, if we start to gain momentum back above 470, then you would be more than likely looking to entertain longs. I would, I'll say that. But if we cannot get back above the 14 EMA, would have to be targeting this support area down here, which is at 326, about 100 points lower. Now this is the last 10 minutes, chat, before the 1 hour candle closes. It's extremely bearish. It is extremely bearish, guys. In the 4 hour chart, I mean, it just has crazy wicks, right? Bearish as well. But long wick at the top and the bottom. So 4-hour chart. 1-hour chart though looks extremely bearish. So you had a rejection off the 14, guys. That's not great for bulls. That's a lower high as well. So are we targeting 326? I'm gonna try a short here, chat. Pretty aggressive short, to be honest, in full transparency. Looking for a flush here lower. All right, there's over 10 points, chat. Can we get a little bit lower here, or are they gonna yoke it back? You had a 10-point reaction. Wanted these lows at like 338. There's 10 points again. Give it a second. All right, pull back. So you had a quick 10 points. Now, a lot of times you'll get a reaction right back up because you didn't get follow through here. You only got 10 points, guys, on the drop. So if you took that, congrats. But I want it lower, right? I want it below 326 or lower. There it is. All right, there you go. Let's go, baby. Over 20 points, guys. We'll take the drop. Let's go. There's a 25-point winner. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. So, hey, never fear. D-Money's here. Drop a W in the chat if you took the short there. We just out here trying to make a little monies. So pretty clear momentum to the downside, guys. Somebody oh man, guys, come on, man. Shout out to GVN. He said he caught $600 on the toilet. Well, hey, we hope you sanitize afterwards, sir. And I don't recommend holding your phone while you're on the toilet. Sounds like you were dropping a doobie there. So hey. Let's go. You gotta love it, guys. You gotta love it. There's that, and guess what? She's dropping lower. She's dropping lower, guys. There's 339. Oh man, you gotta love it. $1,100 on the day. Shout out to Trucker Trader. Let's go. Do you do partial? That was one contract, so I didn't partial. We're rolling here, guys. So far, right? So the count's up $960. We'll take it, chat. Using one contract. You gotta love it. So hey, let's break down why I wanted the short. Talk through it initially that we had a lower high off the 14 and 50 EMA, chat. You had a rejection candle. Once I saw price pushing down right towards that 380 level, ORB wanted to get short, targeting new lows, right? Because we were not able to get back above the top of the opening candle's range above 491, guys, right? You had a strong rejection right off the EMA. So this was just simply a retracement back to the EMA. And then bear stepped in to take us lower. So never fear, the BDH is out here rocking out, guys. 2 solid trades. On a Friday, just trying to make a little monies. 326 is 326.75, guys, is the daily candle low from yesterday. Is looking like they want that low, chat. Not gonna lie. So we got to see what happens here. This is stream low that I called out at the beginning of the week is still sitting down here, chat, at 24,200 area, like 214. So do they have enough energy to get us down there? That's the question. So bears are in control here, chat. D, what's the move? Should I go back to work or should I keep trading? I'm up 600 on my funded. I love you. Yeah, I mean, that's totally up to you. I can't tell you what to do on that, right? So you lose 326. Look out to the downside, guys, for more continuation, more than likely. So that 30-minute candle and 1 hour candle looks cray with Lil Ray chat. So I mean, if we don't flush this low here at 319, would be very surprised. So I'm gonna wait. Obviously, all right, there's the flush, right? Took out the low. So you got about 2 minutes and 36 seconds left, chat, for the close of the 1 hour and 4 hour candle. 4 hour candle starting to gain momentum as well for a possible continuation here. You got the closest support on the higher time frame down here at 224 down to like lower 200. So keep that in mind, guys, that there is more downside potential if the bearish momentum continues. Right? So if you didn't catch a short, you know, you're like, okay, well, I want to get short. You could get, I mean, there's still time in this 5-minute candle, chat, where you could be looking for maybe a retracement back up a little, right back above the 326 area. Yesterday's daily candles low, and then a reaction back to the downside, right? Coming up on a 1 hour candle close, 4 hour candle close, super bearish, chat. And you might get a flush McGush here. It's trying. They are trying to flush this thing down, guys. There's 294, guys. There's 294. So and there's your 1 minute alert. We're going into the close of a 1 hour candle, 4 hour candle. You got about a minute left, and you got more continuation down here, guys. Keep an eye out. Like I said, 225 could be in play here. She gone. JC trades. I'm in a short with 1 micro. Let's go. I would definitely trail it down, right? Deeper in profit if you got a stop loss in place. Drag it deeper in profit as it kind of drops, because opening up on a new 1 hour candle in about 20 seconds, you might get a pop right back up. So definitely lock in as much profit as possible. Not a financial advisor. I'm just kind of keeping it real in the field. I want to chase it so bad. Yeah, I mean, it's so, all right, here's the open of a new candle, chat. 1 hour, 4 hour. Give me 1 second here. All right. So And you would want to see price maybe push up, form some kind of top wick, and then it spin back to the downside, right? So that could be expected that maybe we get some kind of pullback. And that happened quick. I mean, you didn't get much. You didn't get much of a pullback so far, guys, right? Shout out DMONEY, just passed my eval. Jeffrey, let's go. Well, somebody's saying they're bringing it down to 200. That's the level I got mapped out, right? That's the level I just talked about. That, you know, if you look at this long wick from March 9th, the low of the candle was 24,012. So would not be 212. Sorry, 212. Would not be surprised. We're already at 281. So, and we broke out of that range, guys, that we've been stuck in, right, to the downside. So there's nothing saying to get long at the moment. You start looking here for actually more selling pressure to the downside, guys, because, right, you start taking out candles lows like back below 260, 268. You're looking for more downside here towards possibly this box at 230. Top of the box is around 230, 226, right? So we didn't get a heavy retracement back up yet for that's ideal, but because if you kind of measure from 930 chat, we've already flushed to the downside about 230 points. But we know it in Q, they do not have to give you a deep retracement. A lot of times that's not the case, right? You don't get the deep retracement that you want. Congrats, still climb back to even, then on to passing, clawed by over 1,000 past 3 days, and then that's more than I make in a week. Made a total of 8 trades, so happy we got DMONEY. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. How to lock funded account. Yeah, if you have Tradevate prop, if you're using a prop firm that has Tradevate prop, you would basically, you can't see it on my screen, but right above where it says like, so to the left of your account number, there's going to be a manual lockout feature. You click on that and it'll actually, it'll give you the option to lock trading for all simulation accounts, right? And then you'll select your time and all that. So that's how you do it. All right, here's the pullback, guys. It's starting to kind of happen now. So $636 in profit. Not going to be greedy. Have a great weekend, guys. Hey, DJ Riri, congrats. You got to love it. When is the educational content coming out from my strategy? Me and PW talked about that, guys. Could be on the horizon. Just stay tuned. Can you explain what you're doing now? Yeah, I mean, you're waiting. If you didn't get short, if you didn't catch any of the short selling pressure to the downside, you want a retracement back up, maybe to at least 325, yesterday's daily candles low, and then you get a reaction right back to the downside, right? So that's what you would be looking for. So I would say ideally, so when I say retracement, guys, in this example, this is a selling pressure, right? So ideally, you want to see bulls step into the market, push price higher, and then you want to see bears step back in and start giving you something convincing to get short again, right? Whether that be lower high, bearish engulfing candle, equal high in the rejection, long wicks off the EMAs, etc., right? That's what you would be looking for to try to get short. So I gotta make sure that maybe you're new to trading. Every candle is not a tradable candle, guys, right? Like if you don't have some kind of strategy, I mean, right? You can't trade you're not looking to catch every single candle that, just because, that's not going to work. So You're looking for structure in the market that makes sense, that you've seen over and over, that aligns with your bias on what you're looking for, right? So if you're short bias, I just kind of gave that example. If you're bullish bias, you want to start seeing basically price not put in lower lows, right? Higher highs and higher lows as it kind of curls back to the upside. So all right, so here's this is definitely the pullback occurring, chat. So let's see how we react here at this daily candle low level of 24,326. Bright Spark, thanks DMONEY, closing out 300 up on my funded. Have a great weekend. Hey, you too. Do you ever measure the amount price moves away from the 14 EMA and use that as a measure of trend strength? Not necessarily. What platform am I trading on? Yeah, Tradeovate Prop. That's the one and only platform of the BDH. So getting a retracement, need to be patient if you're bearish, guys, right? Because bulls are back in charts temporarily at the moment. Nothing saying otherwise until you start seeing reactions or rejections of some of these levels. I have a question. At what point do you take your payouts on a 50K account? How much do you need to build up before payout? Yeah, you gotta go in. So that depends, RJ, on your preference, right? Because some accounts require you to be at $3,000 in profit. Some accounts require you to be at $2,600. So if you're talking about Apex as an example, you got to be at $2,600 to take the minimum payout of I believe $500, right? So that's up to you. You know, obviously if you push it to the max limit, then you have more buffer to play around with once you take that payout. So it's just a preference thing. So you got to decide on that, right? All right, you're getting a bit of bearish reaction off of the daily level that I called out, chat. Yesterday's daily candle's low. So need to see, you know, right? You get to see how you're getting this bearish reaction. So that's not great for the bulls. So do we have enough momentum here to flush this previous candle's low at 260, chat? It's looking like they want that low to the downside, guys. Shorts are back, or at least attempting to get back. Bears are attempting to get back in control. But you got 56 seconds left on this candle. Do they have enough momentum to get us below that previous candle's low, chat? You snap 261, you're looking at 227. But I would say be careful, right? Let this candle close out, and we'll have a better indication of who's in control here. Battle going on between the bulls and the bears on this current candle now. Looking like it's going to close as a doji. Some indecision, guys. All right, you got a lower high so far. That's bearish. 327 would have to be the stop if you're looking to short here. So that's a bit high for a stop loss, guys, right? You're putting your stop below the previous candle's high. Or now, you just don't like that long bottom wick on the previous candle, and you had like a higher low. So you almost want to flush here of 266, and you're targeting like 230 area, guys, in my opinion. All right, there's a flush there. Do they have enough momentum to take us lower to like 225, or are they going to yoke this thing right back up because of these wicks? So you need something, you need basically a solid candle without this wicky wick action to give you the direction. Right, so far you got a lower high, you got a lower low, and you need follow through here, right? Because this could turn into easily like one of those like range setups, right? Where it's kind of like price just kind of stalls out in this area and bounces back and forth. So you start getting back below 263, you're looking to join that momentum down, guys. To the downside, 225 or lower. So trying to short there. Let's see if we get a flush. A little bit lower, 228. Let's see if we can get the momentum to stay here, or they're gonna trap us. All right, there's 10 points, 15 points. All right, guys. There's 20 points. Let's go, baby. Come on, guys. Another 20-point call out there for a short. You got to love it. So, if you took the short there, drop a W in the chat. We've had 3 winning trades, guys. All for well over 20 points. You got to love it. And it's still dropping. There's 244. Still dropping. So you're targeting, you would have to be targeting, chat, this box that I had drawn out. We're almost there, 225 or lower, right? Lower 200s. All the way down to 212. D-Money, I got to give you credit, bro. You're solid. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. So, we're rocking out here, guys. You got to love it. If you haven't already, do me a solid. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, we rock out Monday through Friday. We're out here trying to make a little money. We got to get over 2,000 likes, chat. We got 5,500 people tuned into the show. That was another banging trade, to be honest. That's trade number 3. All winning trades. Well over 20 points. One of the trades was well over 35 points. You got to love it. So if you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button, guys. Trying to keep the 2,000 plus streak alive. We've had 2,000 likes plus. Can't even remember the last time we didn't have it. So definitely appreciate the support. Basically saw on that trade setup that we got what we wanted, chat. We had a push back to the daily candles low at 326, 24,326.75. The next candle opened up. It was not able to put in a higher high, and you started to get flushes to the downside, right? So once we broke below that 266, you were looking for possibly continuation down, right? Basically price putting in new lows to the downside. Oh man, you gotta love the chat. You gotta love it, man. Jennifer, appreciate the $5 donation. All right, so DMONEY is a solid trader. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. I mean, we've had some pretty clean price action, chat. Not gonna lie. So patience pays, right? You had a flush through that daily candle low on the 955 candle. Had to wait for a rejection and then just basically join the party to get short. You had the ORB breakout to the downside, right? Because I saw that you had a trending market to the upside pre-market. Once we took out 24,458, got short, was able to capture some of that move as well. So 3 trades, 3 winning trades, guys. You gotta love it. How many points did you bag, chat? Let's check the pulse in the chat. How many points are you up today, and or profit? How you looking? Took that short at 72, wrote it down to 44. Just want to thank you for your clear articulation of what you're looking for. Funny, I used to use EMAs years ago, and now I have come back to full circle. Yeah, I'll talk about that a lot. I had them on my chart when I first started trading, and I took them off and ended up going back. So it's like funny how that works, right? $60 points. 65 up $2,100. Somebody says they're negative 5,000. Yeah, VWAP QQQ. How are you negative 5,000? What happened? I mean, hey, maybe you saw something. It happens, right? It happens, chat. But I know I literally called out 3 winning trades. Talked to the entry on the trades, what I would be looking for, and if you're negative today, maybe you did something different. Maybe you faded the money. Maybe you were looking for longs or something. I don't know, right? But maybe you went in too large and got spooked out and closed the trade out or something, right? I've done all that before, guys. Please chat, don't trade real money if you don't have live CME data. Please, DMONEY, help these guys. Please explain for them. Don't trade real money if you don't have live CME data. Yeah, so yeah, you gotta make sure you have this. You gotta pay for the data, right? So yeah, if you're trading live accounts, guys, you got to make sure that you subscribe for the data, right, to get the right price, because you're going to be trading the inaccurate price for sure. So that's a good call out. D, we see you blushing about Jennifer. I don't know, guys. I appreciate the donation. I didn't even see her. Shout out to Jennifer for the $5 tip. Tanner, 247 on 17 PAs, 1,300 away from a 25K payout. You gotta love it. Tanner, Tanner, I gotta be honest with you, man. I don't appreciate your comment about Jerome telling me I gotta give Jerome credit, sir. I read your comment. Tanner, I read your comment on Jerome's trade recap. You sounded like you were pro Jerome, sir, and you were giving him props. I'm just saying. Guy dropped $20. He didn't see it. Where's the $20? I only see one tip up here, to be honest. So you got to be joking. Shout out to Henrietta. Not easy working for PW. You don't just have to be a good trader. You have to play Jerome as well. LOL. Yeah, Jerome was my idea, guys. And I know Henrietta's not hinting at that, but it was definitely my idea, Chad. I wanted to bring something fresh to the space. Nobody's doing anything like that. Kind of integrating like comedy and skits and stuff like that into the space, the trading space, trying to make it light and fun. So figured that would be a good idea. Good play. Seems to have worked, to be honest. Got a lot of positive feedback even from some of the prop firms, guys. They're loving Jerome as well. You're calling out numbers and stopping 20 points before. Kiera, just because I'm calling out a level that price might hit doesn't mean I can't take profit before that. That's how that works. I'm always like shocked, guys, when people are like upset because you don't hold for a full target. If I'm up 25 or 30 points, I have every right to close out the trade. Like that's how that works. You can hold as long as you want. When I'm calling out targets on a chart, that's saying that price could get to those areas because those are support areas. That doesn't mean that it has to happen. That doesn't mean that you have to hold for the entire move. So if you want to hold longer, you hold as long as you want. But that's how that works. I'm always like shocked, guys, when people are like, you got to be kidding me. So Kiera, why don't you find another stream? Like if you're not happy with me taking profit for a 25 or 30 point winner because it didn't get to my initial target, then maybe you don't watch me when I'm live. Right? That's your choice. I mean, like, you got to be kidding me. I just called out 3 winning trades. They all were over 30 points, and you're making a comment that you're upset because I did, or you're like, what's your point of making that comment? What's your point? Like, what point are you trying to make by making that comment? That's what I want to know. Because I can tell you right now, go to another stream and watch some of these other streamers out there, and you'll probably get 10 points and that's it. So I just called out 3 trades that were banging trades, and you're upset because I took profit before my initial target. Like, are you serious? I blew my account thinking that price was going to continue down. You asked how people are losing money. So you're losing money because this is not a trade service. So, all right. So this is what, so if you saw me get out, why did you stay in then? So if you're following my trades, obviously you're copying my trades, right? So if you followed me, why did you hold the trade? That's the question. Like, why did you hold? Like, you got to take accountability. That's on you. Like, right? I mean, you got to be kidding me. I'm not trying to be rude, but I mean, you're making comments and so you're not taking accountability for your own personal accounts that you're trading. Like, this is not a trade service. It's not a paid stream. And you have to take profit when you see fit. You enter when you see fit. You exit when you see fit. That's why when people are posting that they're making money, etc., I'm like, hey, congrats. I didn't hit buy or sell for you. So crazy, man. So like I'm not, maybe you're new to trading and I get it, like you're trying to, right? But if you see me take exiting trades, I'm exiting for a reason, right? Because if I open a trade, guys, all 3 trades have had pretty much no drawdown, right? So if you're up 25, 30 points right away, that's probably a good indication that you might get a pullback on a trade, right? So, hey, I'm going to take the profit. I mean, I don't feel guilty about taking a profit because it didn't hit my a further target to the downside. Like that's not what trading is. Like, that's not how trading works. Anything can happen in trading. You can be up 20, 30 points, and then all of a sudden Trump does a tweet, and guess what? The price shoots back up 50 to 60 points. So that's how the market works. So I'm like, it's like crazy. It's crazy, man. So sometimes, guys, I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I'm just, I have to address it because you're not the only, like, I think the other day I had the same comment. Somebody was like, I literally called out winning trades and they're like, oh, I lost $1,000. I'm like, well, I closed the trade out. So whatever you did after I closed out, and if you're following what I'm talking about and you agree with the trade and you're taking it, because I'm not, like I said, we don't provide signals. That's on you. So I hate to say that, but it's true. Don't answer. Yeah, nah. I mean, I have to answer because guys, like, if you were a streamer, you would answer some of these questions too, right? Because some of the questions, like I said the other day, they don't add up. It's like, that's the only thing. I mean, it's 10:30, guys. I've called out 3 trades. It's only 10:30. So I mean, I don't know. I can't trade any differently than how I trade, and I think I do and what it is for me, Chad, I'm just being honest. I take a lot of pride and try to add value to the space, and I honestly mean that. Not everybody's going to be a fan of DMONEY, and that's fine, right? Because that's how it works, and I get that. But I try to talk through my trades, talk to potential areas. Nothing is set in stone, guys, right? I can map out areas on a chart all day long and say that, hey, yeah, this is a support area, right? That 24,200 level, but that does not mean it's going to get there, right? So we all know that, and it could get there. You could leave for 30 minutes and come back to your chart, and it's at that level. Anything can happen, right? But that's why taking profit, nobody's ever taken a loss by taking profit, guys. I mean, that's did I not tell you, DMONEY, about don't let someone bring back into the stream, brother Michael? Michael, I think this is day number 3, right? Oh man, it's cray with Lil Ray, guys. But we're gonna move on. Like, we're gonna move on. So let's do this, chat, as we get some support that kind of formed down here off of these lows. You don't want to see this I'll put it like this: you don't want to see this if you're a bear, because it's almost like we're forming some kind of support here, almost like a double bottom setup to head back towards 24,326, chat. D-Money, do you prefer cane sauce or barbecue sauce? Yeah, I like the cane sauce. I know everybody's not a fan of the cane sauce, guys, but I do prefer the cane sauce. Not gonna lie. D-Money, she replied and said, you're right. I think you missed that. Yeah, I probably did. Yeah, I mean, I'm, you know, that's fine. All right, so, well, I mean, we had 3 good trades, chat, so far. Hard to be bearish down here with this reaction that we're seeing, right? Double bottom structure, push back to the upside towards this 320 area. So for you to be bearish now, you want to see structure change to the downside, right? Meaning that we start breaking these like lows down here where my cursor is, and you're targeting this box down here. Until then, the bulls are temporarily back in charge, guys, right? You had almost like an equal low set up here, and then a pop on the next candle back up about 30 points plus. 5-minute chart. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna check out the Warbucks. Today's the last day, chat, so we got to check in on Warbucks. We got to see where we're at. Somebody's gonna win $2,500. So let me log in here. Give me 1 second, guys. So you got an hour and 25 minutes, guys, for this tournament to be finalized. Make no mistake about it. So this is the current standings. You got Lucky 7. Lucky 7's in the lead, chat. 12.82% return. So he's in the lead for $2,500. So, man, oh man, hitting the refresh just to make sure that it's giving us the most up-to-date information. Shout out to Mr. Wicks. He's 9.97% second place. You got Bucky Trader in third place. Is it Tazias or Tazas? Fourth place. Tweedle X. 5.43% is in fifth place, guys. So far, if this does not change in the settings from a standing standpoint, right? You got the top five. The top 5 will get cash prizes. $2,500 for first place, $1,250 for second place, third place get $750, $300 for fourth place, $200 for fifth place. So 6 through 10, you guys will gain free of charge a $25K one-step assessment. So this was a free tournament, chat. This was Warbucks BTC battle, BDH battle number 2. PW kind of mentioned the other day that there could be a possibility of a paid tournament coming up. So we'll have to see if that comes to fruition or not. I'm sure he'll give us the 411 on that. But that's your update on the Warbucks BDH battle. You gotta love it. So shout out to Lucky7. Lucky7, are you in the chat? If you're in the chat, Lucky7, let us know. You could be $2,500 richer. I am Artie. So are you Lucky7? So Joseph, is that Lucky7? Chuck Norris. Yeah, guys. RIP to Chuck Norris, chat. I keep seeing that come across. So RIP to Chuck Norris, guys. Used to watch, definitely. So yeah, it looks like he passed away 86. Definitely used to watch Walker Texas Ranger, guys. That was a classic show. Shout out to Chuck Norris, RIP. So it looks like he was in Hawaii, right, chat? Is that what Yeah, I see the rejection right off the 14, guys. Pretty clean rejection here, right off the level again. You had another reaction, guys. Bearish to the downside off 326, right? That previous daily candle's low reaction right back down. So for about a 50-point flush. So is that enough energy to finally kind of flush the lows below 240 and head to the box down here that we got mapped out? We're gonna find out, guys. Got about 56 seconds left on the current 5-minute candle. Very strange though. It put in, it was able to put in a higher high compared to the previous candle and a lower low. So that is a little interesting there. That will be an even low trader, D. Oh, man. Is that called an engulfing candle? Yeah, that qualifies as an engulfing candle. You're right. So you had a rejection again off the EMA, chat. So just watching now to see the reaction. All right, so if we don't break these lows, this is just kind of forming to go higher, guys, right? So that's how you got to look at it. So like, if we can't get back below these lows, like here, in my opinion, like 250 area, as long as we hold that base that has established itself, then you could be targeting higher. If we lose those lows, then this is like the structure, right? That's kind of forming. Price puts in a high up here, comes down, gets some kind of support, bounces back up, comes down again, tests the support. Can it get back above 326? That's the question. Did he trade already? Yeah, Jesus, I've taken 3 trades already, sir. Yes, 3 trades. All right, so you got a rejection here. Need to be patient here, chat, to kind of see how price builds out, because it's a little wonky, but you have some support, a little weak support here. So you need to see if it holds up, right, in a higher low setup. So if you pop 300, you would have to be looking towards the 14 EMA at 320 or 326. If we lose this box, then we would be targeting this box down here, guys. $15-minute candle is having a hard time with that top wick. Starting to kind of sell off. Looks a little weak. It is green, but it looks a little weak, guys. And see how you got that rejection right off the EMA? So that's also not great. Right, so we need to, bulls want this to pick up momentum and get back above 3, like that 320 area. Bears want this thing to start putting in lower lows, take out 265, and you could get a pretty quick flush down to the gray box down here. So just got to let this play out. We'll see what happens. Look at the daily candle. Yeah, I know. It's great with Lil Ray, guys. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of hard, like, as we're building out structure, chat, you got it. All right, so let's do this. If you want to map out from the daily candle's high, right? Current candle's high, 24,660. And then you go down to the lows, right? You're over 400 points down, guys. So that's quite a bit of selling pressure. So when you start seeing support form, a lot of times it's gonna be respected, but we're gonna find out here. Shout out to KZen 848, $10 donation. Looks like that's your 20th super donation on live. Hey, we appreciate the support, man. D, your inspiration, keep the good work up, bro. Hey, I appreciate that. Bear flag, yeah, it could be, but you want to start seeing it kind of flush here, right? The longer it sits here, chat, down here, in my opinion, that's not great for the bears. So because we could be kind of just building up to go higher. So you don't, if you're a bull, you're watching to see if we can hold like this 265 area down to like so you got like a 15-point range that you want held up if you're a bull. You want 255 to like 265 to hold up here, guys. And then you're looking for a pop to the upside if you're a bull. Targeting above 326. So that was that previous high I talked about, chat, 300 level, right? You want, I was kind of saying bulls will be back in control above 305 or 300. So you need to kind of watch here, right, for a reaction, because this is a make or break area, in my opinion, for the bulls. Because we shouldn't be breaking down here lower, right, chat? If we're going to head higher, we should more than likely be headed up like from this area and not break down to the downside. So you start losing this support, this short-term support, look out. We're getting close to the close of a 1 hour candle. We know the daily candle is super bearish, guys. Super bearish. But we know NQ loves the trap. Something's coming, guys. Just a matter of when. Got to be patient here. Time to short. Breaking news. U.S. to deploy thousands of additional troops to the Middle East. Yeah, right now we're not going anywhere. So see what happens. Look out above 30, that the high of this current candle, guys, right? 307. They popped this thing here. Could be headed pretty quickly to 327 or higher. So the longer we don't break down lower, chat, like I said, that's not great for the bears. So, all right, bullish engulfing candle. That's very interesting here, chat. 5-minute chart, bullish engulfing could get a pop here to 326. A lot of times you'll see that and then you'll get a reaction. So we need to take heed here and see how this plays out. So you get back above 306, you will be targeting higher highs. If they can't pop that, then obviously lower lows would be in question here. Towards the lower box. All right, so bullish engulfing candle did not yield any bullish momentum, guys. So you have to be leaning towards shorts. Need to lose this equal low here that we have set up on the chart. Low is 265. You need to lose that low for more continuation down. So below 265, you'll be targeting below 240. All right, there's 260. So this is make or break area, chat. So lower low got taken. Trying to short here. Gonna see if we can get a drop to 220 area, guys, on a flush. We're gonna see, right? We don't know if that's gonna play or not. But just saw the equal low get swiped, so I'm gonna take the short. We'll take the trade. Trying to target down here. Maybe below 240 area. Oh, don't like that reaction. Don't like that. Right back up. Oh, don't like it. So yeah, so I wanted basically a flush because we've already had an equal low get taken out, guys, which means that we should be headed down with momentum. So if this thing doesn't go, I'm going to scrap this trade. $223. All right, there's 10 points. Let's go, baby. Come on, guys. That's over 20 points. Let's go. Let's go. 15 points. You had a quick flush there, guys. To the downside. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You got to love it. We'll take it, guys. We will take the flush McGush. Hey. And there's 223. So there was a question earlier, and I think I know what's about to happen here. We're gonna wait for it to happen, and then we'll call it out. But you see how we just put in a low, guys, at 24,231. So we're getting closer and closer to that box. The top of that box on my screen is 225, guys. So you're talking 6 points away, and that's how price works, right? It might not immediately get there, but eventually it works its way down to those areas as it's in momentum. That's how price works. So kind of interesting, right? So drop a W in the chat if you took the short there. That was another winning trade. That's 4 trades, guys. Cray with Lil Ray Ray. We rocking out. Just trying to make a little money. You had to push right back up. So glad I bagged the profit. Look at the push right back up, chat. So you had on this 5-minute candle, previous candle's range was 69 points. Then the new candle opened up, guys, and pushed up 55 points. So that's why when you see the profit, a lot of times it's good to take it, chat, because guess what? If you didn't trail that stop, if you trailed your stop deeper in profit, you're fine. But if you did not, you just got stopped out. Yo, D-Money, when are you live? Yeah, I rock out Monday through Friday. It depends on PW. If PW right now he's out in Cali racing the trophy trucks. So I know this week and next week, guys. So when PW's at the BDH, though, typically he streams the morning stream, and then I come on after him. Typically between like 10:30, 11 o'clock, maybe 11:30, just depending on the schedule. But while he's out, I'm rocking out during the market open. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. You can also sign up for notifications when we're live. Shout out to Jennifer. You are amazing. Hey, I appreciate the kind words, and I appreciate the $20 tip as well. I mean, Jennifer's blessing us with the tips. We appreciate it. Yeah, I had mental stops. Exactly. So, I mean, that's 4 trades, guys. So far, they've all been shorts because the momentum has been to the downside. There hasn't been a long taking, if I'm not mistaken, right, chat? So it's Fresh Cash Friday, guys, and I think, hey, we're making a little money. You gotta love it. Oh, man. Folks won't use stops, then they will say D-Money just blew my account because you said it would go lower or higher. Yeah, Cray with Lil Ray Ray. Was down 300 and now down 130 small wins. Yeah, I mean, you got to claw back, right? I mean, guys, it's and look at the push right back up, chat, right now so this is getting a little nasty here, in all honesty, because you just had a flush. Now we attempted to get to that support area, came pretty close from the top of the box that I had drawn out, guys, right? Literally less than 6 points. I mean, that's you can't expect more than that, right? I mean, you got extremely close, and then now you're getting a bullish reaction, so you gotta love it. This is a new 1 hour candle, guys. New 1 hour candle pushing up immediately at the open. No bottom wick. Straight up. New 1 hour candle. How much would you recommend risking on a 2K drawdown on a 50K account? Yeah, I get that question a lot, chat, but that's not for me to answer, or PW. I know he's going to feel the same way on this, because your risk is your risk, right? So you got to determine. I'll tell you that if you got $2,000 of drawdown, you know, there's people in the chat that when that question pops up, they'll typically say like, hey, trade micros, or, you know, no more than 1 mini, etc. Right? You got to make that decision. So, because 2,000, if you're wrong, look out. Could be gone pretty quick. So, nothing wrong with sizing down and giving yourself room. But you see how this pattern's forming, guys? It's like I mean, we're definitely in a range here. We got to map this out, because we've created another range, guys. Right off the yesterday's daily candles low, basically, at 326. Expect a crappy range today. Yeah, it could be, right? I mean, because we're literally ranging now, guys. You're getting these drops, which we caught. You know, I called out four drops, basically 4 shorts, guys, right? So, but we're not. You know, it's like, okay, we just had a crazy drop, but we had a pop right back up and took out basically 1, 2, 3, 4 previous 5-minute candles highs, guys, right, on one candle. So that's right. It's kind of like, that's not price action that makes a lot of sense, to be honest, because you would be looking for, okay, that's great, but then where's the continuation? Right, like to the upside, if that's the case. So need to be a little cautious here. Selling pressure now stepping into the market on this candle. Ironically enough, guys. Maybe a nice power hour to the downside. Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, yesterday's power hour was cray with Lil Ray Ray, chat, right? But right at the open of the hour and not going into the close. The close was a dud, but the open was very interesting. So how we feeling, chat? We called out multiple trades that I took. 4 trades, 4 winning trades. It's Friday. What's the vibes? One more and I'm gone. Tasty, buddy. Oh, man. Already caught out 4. Oh, man. Saved my eval. Thanks, bro. Let's go. Bruno, shout out to Bruno. Said he's going to Brickell. Okay, all right, all right. Yeah, I don't have my daughter this weekend, chat. So my daughter's at Disney. Well, I don't think she's there yet, but she's headed to Disney. Make no mistake about it. So Johnny Blaze, later D-Money. I'm up $1,300 on Lucid Eval for the day. Till next time, let's go. Oh man, Brian, I'm laughing at your comment, but I'm not gonna read that comment out loud, man. Oh man. Great with Lil Ray Ray. So we're gonna do the weather forecast here, chat. Don't you worry. If you thought I forgot, you would be highly mistaken. So the current weather forecast for Fort Lauderdale is 71 degrees. The high today is gonna be 75, chat. So the low overnight was 59. Currently at the moment, I must point out that it feels like 66 degrees here and it's cloudy, chat. We've had some rain, so that's not ideal weather for us here in South Florida. So now the positive news, it does look like the sun is going to reappear around between 1 o'clock and 2 p.m. chat, and then from 3 o'clock until sunrise, it's going to be sunny, chat, outside. Almost perfect weather with a high of 75. So be encouraged if you're here in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale area. We could be out. We're looking for some sunshine around 2 o'clock, chat. So don't you worry. That's your weather forecast brought to you by the BDH and D-Money. You got to love it. MBH Garage is snowing there. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where it's snowing? What state are you in? D-Money, do you have a rainy season down there? Yeah, it's about to start. April showers brings May flowers, guys. That's the saying if you're a native Floridian. Make no mistake about it. Canada? Oh, okay. You're in Canada? All right. Yeah, that explains it, right? D, you need to do a meetup at Las Olas. Let's go. Could be on the horizons. I've got spotted a couple times out there, chat. Crate with Lil Ray Ray. So last Saturday, I was picking up some breakfast for me and my daughter. Got spotted. D, you are doing a lot of good. Thank you for for showing the inner brain circuitry of a pro trader and narrating it out. No one does it better on YouTube or anywhere else. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. I definitely try, guys. I don't think I'm the best trader out there. I definitely try my best. I've been trading for over 10 years, chat. So I can kind of navigate and kind of talk through ups and downs, blowing accounts. It's still going to happen, guys. I say that all the time. Some people think that, they're like, oh, you're going to arrive. Guys, just because you get payouts, just because you're a live streamer, doesn't mean you're not gonna take losing trades and you're not gonna lose accounts, guys. You're still gonna blow accounts. The difference is that you're probably gonna blow them at a slower pace because as you progress with trading, you try to start kicking some of the bad habits that you have, right? So, because when you first start trading, chat, you're just you're dumbfounded. You're like, man, I can make money by just hitting buy and sell. Are you kidding me? And it just kind of turns into like one of those things, right, chat? So here we go again. We're at the bottom of the range. Could expect a pop here back to the top of the range, guys. Make no mistake about it. Somebody wanted to know what the account's at. Yeah, the account's actually up $1,240 here, guys, on this account now, $1,240. Did you lose funded accounts after joining BDH? Of course, Blue Seal. So, guys, I've had accounts close to crazy payouts, and lost them because I wanted to be stubborn and not just use a flip day. I've done that before. I've done that, guys. Like, that's why, like, it's one of those things, chat, where everything that I kind of break down, and I know PW is the same way, guys. If we talk about it, it's because we've been through it, guys. Like, you're still gonna make mistakes. You're still gonna, right? The only difference is as you progress, it's gonna be at a slower pace, meaning that it doesn't flare up as much. But you're gonna have things that tilt you. You're gonna have things that kind of set off your bad habits. Maybe you were looking for a long, and every time you got long, you got chopped out. You leave your computer, you come back, and then all of a sudden the pop happened and you're frustrated. So you're like, you know what, I'm gonna get long now. And it wasn't a good time to get long. Right? And you get chopped again and lose your account. I've done, guys, I'm not a perfect trader. Gonna make mistakes as well. Gonna lose accounts. If anybody tells you, chat, that they're not, as a streamer, that they haven't blown accounts or that they're not blowing accounts occasionally, guys, they're lying to you. and maybe they won't sit here and tell you that if you watch their stream or whatever, but that's the truth, chat. So, I mean, I'm just gonna tell you that, right? So don't think that if you're starting off, maybe you're new to trading, that you're not gonna lose accounts. I have conversations with family members, and right, it's frustrating, guys, because it's like, you know, the question now is, if you get, you know what happens at some point, you'll get people that they'll start passing the eval. So now they're like, okay, I can pass the eval almost with my eyes closed, but then when they get to the funded stage, that's when everything unravels, and that's even more frustrating, right? Here's the pop, guys, to the upside. There it is from the bottom of the range. You got more upside, possibly to 324. From the bottom of the range. Kind of see this setting up for could be bounce time here. That current 1 hour candle looks pretty good. Higher low so far. 30-minute candle, same thing. Higher low kind of forming out. And you also had what I like to call like a doji reversal, guys, right? You had a lot of selling pressure in the market. You got a doji candle here in the middle that I'm pointing to, the 1030 30-minute candle, and then now you're getting a bullish reaction, right? So you watch North Carolina lose? Nah, but I saw Sports Center. Cray with Lil Ray Ray. You gotta love March Madness, chat. So yeah, I would say if you this is looking poppy or up for uppers, chat. If they can kind of keep this momentum going, you're targeting 326 or higher for a pop to the upside, guys. That doji candle on the previous candle looks cray with Lil Ray Ray. So you got about 5 seconds left on the current 5-minute candle. So this candle pushes down, forms some kind of bottom wick at like the 14 EMA 296, and then you get a pop of 311, and then you're off to the races, possibly to 370 or higher. Got to see if that plays, how that plays out here. So if you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. Called out 4 trades that were winning trades, guys. And looks like we're at 2,000 likes, trying to keep the streak alive. We've had well over 2,000 likes forever, ever. Appreciate the support. If you're new to the channel, maybe this is your first time rocking out with the BDH. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You'll get notifications when we're live. You gotta love it. So we got to look at this, guys. This is hilarious. So somebody posted, tagged me. Shout out to Tony Swartz if he's in the chat. He said, haha, since it's Friday, where's Jerome? And guys, you gotta, if you follow me on X, so you can check it out. So you can go to Demarius Young as well, right? That's my X handle, or Demarius Trades NQ. Should be able to pull me up. But you can see here, this is hilarious, guys. So look at this. It's Jerome. So it literally says 5 baby mamas, 5 voicemails, time to bounce like a bad baseline. He got the comic book vibe going on, guys. I'm not gonna lie, this is hilarious. This is hilarious, chat. This is Cray Cray with Lil Ray Ray. So if you follow me on X, check it out. Shout out to Tony Swartz. Keep them coming. We appreciate it. You gotta love it. What a wonderful Friday. D-Money passing the Apex eval and finishing on the top 10 on Warbucks competition. Let's go. Jerome got a comic series. Oh man, Cray Cray with Lil Ray Ray. Q-tip part got me. This is cray cray, guys. So apparently there's a child support bus, right? So if you guys they're looking for Jerome here, just a little further support, further from the child support tour bus, and it says at the bottom to be continued when the medallion money runs out. You gotta love it. So shout out to Tony Swartz, man. Oh man. Oh man, so if you guys don't follow me on X, you can look me up by first and last name, or Demarius Trades NQ. You gotta love it. So big old range that we're kind of stuck in here, chat. So you're approaching, try to get to the top of the range, put in a lower high. So the question is now, will we get more rejection to the downside, right? Put in new lows below 230 area. We knew the range was coming, chat. We knew it was a matter of time, and it's here. Never fear. So PW saw that post, chat, and he was like, "How's this guy?" He put, let me pull up his reply. It was funny. He put something to the tune of "How is this guy live?" and and in the comment book. So, oh man, you gotta love it. Yeah, he put "How's this guy on Twitter right now?" and YouTube live. So, same range since 10 o'clock, chat. Called out 4 trades. Time to be patient, see what else kind of sets up here. Since you're good at the range game, do you welcome it? I mean, I've taken multiple trades so far in the range. That's fine, right? If they want to range this thing up, you're gonna play it. At some point, we know it's gonna get broken either direction. We came pretty close, chat, to the low that I had marked out at market open, that 24,212, right? We came pretty close to it, about 6 points away from it. Look at the reaction right back up, guys. Look at the reaction. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, chat. There's a 93-point pop right back up. Just broke out and put in a high above the top of the range. So something that had to be some kind of statement or something from Trump or somebody, guys. More than likely for that pump to the upside. Thanks, DMONEY. I'm out. Made my target income today. Thanks to learning from you. Have a great weekend and see you next week. Hey, I appreciate the kind words, Jeff. Have a good weekend yourself. Trump tweeted. Let's see. Yeah, and look at the reaction back down, guys. We saw some of this price action yesterday, chat, right? Where you had this crazy move, and then look at the push right back down. 90, almost 100-point pop to the upside, 70-point reversal right back down, guys, right? So if you tried to trade that as a breakout, you got up here above the top of the range, you got chopped. And then all of a sudden they reverse this thing to the downside, put in new lows, right? Starts breaking 249, you're targeting 200 level, lower 200s. So that remains to be seen, right? So if they lose this previous 5-minute candle's low at 250, chat, you would be targeting for a break of this range to the downside, which would be cray with Lil Ray Ray. So if we get back above these previous highs up here like 300, then maybe more continuation. But that's definitely not, right? That could have been, that, I mean, that feels like a little trappy, guys, to the upside, right? That feels like a trap so far because we didn't get the follow through. So where's the bulls now, chat, right? That's how you got to be thinking, like, where's the bulls at if we just had that crazy pop? You want to see us definitely a back above 285, like looking for more upside. You lose 249, she gone to the downside, guys. Hold on 1 second, guys. I got to get the door. All right, guys. So yeah, they're putting together the ping pong table. Don't you worry. All right, so you had a flush, it looks like, of that previous candle's low, right, chat? So that's very interesting because that should not have happened if we were gonna more than likely continue up, right? So unless they're gonna try to trap both sides, which we've seen that before as well. So if you get back below the current candle's low, could have enough momentum to kind of push lower. If we pop the 285 area, the 14 EMA, because you're getting closer to the bottom of this range, guys, as well, right? So you're kind of watching to see if bulls step back in. 1 hour candle looks extremely weak. L call. What's the L call? like what do you mean? I didn't take any trade. What's the L call? You gotta love it, man. So Sigmund, were you here for the last 4 trade call outs that were winning trades that I literally took? Were you here for that? So I said if it breaks the previous candle low, that's not great, and we could be looking for lower lows. Right? That's how I would play it. You love calling out? Yeah, so go to another stream, man. I just called out 4 trades and showed my screen, sir. So you clearly, you just want a signal service, so go find another stream. You gone. You gotta love it. Oh, man. So we're just stuck in a range here, chat. I mean, it's not much to do here because you're getting basically price action both directions, up and down. Called out 4 trades that I took. Don't really feel the need to force anything here. You're looking for follow through in either direction, and then you're gonna try to trade the join the party, right? Most brutal, destructive market ever. Repeat after me. Option gamma, hedging and price spinning. Yeah, I mean, it's nasty right now, chat. Right? This is not. You don't have to trade this, right? You don't have. Nobody's saying you have to trade this, guys. Just kind of keep that in mind, right? You don't have to trade this right now. You can wait for a breakout, above or below the box. Simple as that. Right? Like, you don't have to, you can be patient. You can wait for a breakout in either direction. You get below 230, you're targeting lower 200s. You get above the top of the range, you're headed higher, right? So that you can wait for a breakout. That might not be now. It could be hours from now. But if you've already taken 4 trades plus, guys, right? Maybe you've taken more than I have, but I've taken 4 trades. They were winning trades. Called them out, showed the screen for those trades, right? So I mean, there's not much else for me to kind of do here, unless something interesting pops up. I mean, you're reading market and you're trying to get a feel for the price action, but we're still inside of the range until otherwise. So if you're going all in, or if you're maxing out your account size on a breakout, etc., and you're saying you lost your account or something, that's on you. Like, you got to be smart. I'll be too anxious, Mike. Yeah, it happens. So if you're new to trading, chat, this is not, I'll be honest, if you're brand new to trading, the last, like, if I showed the weekly candles that we've had, guys, right, these since February, this has been a rough, like, 4 or 5 weeks of trading, guys. So if you just started trading, you probably started at the worst possible time, because the price action hasn't been great. So you've been getting these ranges, and people have been getting chopped up in the ranges. And it's hard. I get it, because, like, depending on the time that you trade. So if you've been rocking out since 9:30, or 9 o'clock, and you traded at 9:30, and you took multiple trades for W's, you're not feeling like you have FOMO right now, to be honest, right? You're just kind of like, okay, well, we've seen this before the last, like, 4 weeks, where we get these moves and then we get stuck in a range for hours, and that's basically what's happening. So you're not you're not entitled to, you know, you don't feel, I guess, obligated to actually kind of force anything here. How often is it for, in 10 years, have I seen it be stuck in a range? This is the worst that I've seen in quite some time, guys, in all honesty. So you gotta be smart, chat, right? Like, if it's ranging and you see candles like this that had a random pop, and then the next candle put in a lower low, and then we push right back up, that's trappy action, and that could happen in a range, guys. Like, every trade is not gonna work out. The only thing that's gonna help you is managing your risks if you're wrong on a trade. And that's where I think people, they want to skip past that part because it's easier, right? Because that's on them. So they'll skip past that part and be like, oh, DMONEY or PW said that, you know, this level could be a trade possibility. Anything's possible, guys, right? I mean, you still gotta protect your account. Like, if you're going all in after we've had 4 trades that were winning trades that I literally called out, showed the trade, showed the setup, talked through it, and you're going all in on something at this point in a range, you got to take some accountability, right? Have a stop loss. And a lot of streamers are not going to tell you that, but hey, I'm keeping it real, right? Your job is to protect your capital if you're wrong, chat, as much as possible. That means that your sizing needs to be appropriate. You need to know where your stop loss is, even if it's a mental stop. You need to know where it is, where the trade's invalid, and manage it. Inside doesn't matter. Okay, but expert. Oh, man. And I mean, it's kind of like this, chat. The longer we stay down here and we don't flush below 232, that's not looking great for the short case, right? For bears. I mean, that's just what it is. But this is what I'm talking about. Look at the 30-minute chart, guys. It's slowly trying to push back up. You had multiple doji candles in a row. And after a large momentum shift to the downside. So that's kind of, there's a battle going on right now. You get back above these highs, breakout, right? 327, you could have a lot of upside coming. So we saw this yesterday, chat. We had a range. We saw that beginning of the week. We had a ranges for 4 hours plus, and then we finally broke out of it. How long do you need to become profitable? Yeah, that depends on you. It took me over 2 years to get a single payout. So just kind of throwing that out there. I talk about that a lot. It'll probably be quicker if you don't switch from strategy to strategy. I did a lot of strategy bouncing, chat. Right? Took losses and were like, oh, I guess that didn't work. Let me switch to something else. On to the next strategy. Did that for quite some time, and then you start kind of realizing that you're like, well, hey, let me just stick to one strat. Maybe if I reduce the number of things that I'm looking at, maybe if I reduce the clutter on my chart and start relying more on price action versus an indicator, as an example, you start seeing some progress. That was the main reason. Easygoing. I was just switching back and forth between too many strategies. Like, right? Like, oh, this didn't work. So I guess because, guys, when you're learning, when you're like starting out, you're like a sponge, right? So anything anybody tells you about trading, anything you read online, any books, YouTube videos, whatever you come across, you're like, oh, okay, so I got to add that to my strategy, right? Because you're like naive and you're like, oh, okay, I got to add that to my strategy, not realizing that less is more with trading, chat, because if you got a simplified way to trade in things that you're looking for versus having all these, like, you know, indicators. You couldn't even see my chart, chat. Like, I mean, I had so many, I had so much stuff. Like, I had the max amount of indicators allowed on my chart. I had so many lines, so many, I mean, it was crazy. And I had to, and I'm like, well, it's not making me money, so it's not working. And then I had to start simplifying. Oh, man. How many times have I thought about quitting? Oh, man, Dr. Just John. More times than I can even accurately tell you, guys. I mean, if you blow an account, you have to pick yourself back up, right? I mean, I'll be honest, like, chat. So now if I lose an account, guys, it does. I mean, I'm just kind of like, okay, like, you know, did I stick to my strategy and it was a chop fest? And price just didn't, you know, move how I expected it to move, or was it that I got tilted? So if I'm tilted, guys, or if I have FOMO, that hurts more than you getting chopped, right? Because you can kind of be like, okay, well, it was a choppy market, and hey, it happens. But if I lose an account and it was just basically me, you know, just having FOMO or whatever it is, that stings more, guys, right? But every time I lost an account, initially, you're like, man, I just blew an account. And then you're like, well, maybe this isn't for me, right? And I say this all the time, chat. If you're starting out or you've been trading for a while, maybe it's not a great idea to tell family members that you trade, because they're going to apply the thought process of, chat, of a traditional job. Right, where it's like a performance-based thing where it's like, oh, you do this and you get this. And trading is not like that, chat, right? Even if you're blowing accounts but you're learning, if you're blowing accounts and you're kind of adjusting your strategy, you're learning and you're growing, even though it doesn't feel like it, right? So the pain is actually helping you get better as a trader. The problem is that when you have outside people and you're kind of sharing with them, oh, I lost an account today. Or, yeah, I haven't got to a payout yet, right? And then before you know it, guys, it's 6 months, a year, etc. They're going to be looking at you like, well, maybe trading isn't for you. Maybe it doesn't work. And then that doubt is going to start creeping into your mind, and you could give up. So I'm just being honest, chat. Like, that's how it works, right? That could be a girlfriend. That could be a boyfriend. That could be a mom, a dad, a sister, a cousin, whoever it is, right? Because, like, if you start sharing, and, you know, because it's constant, it's communication. They're going to be like, oh, do you, you know, oh, I trade. Okay, how much money have you made? Well, I haven't got to a payout yet, right? They check with you 6 months later. Oh, I haven't got to a payout yet. Or a year later, or a couple years later, God forbid, right? I haven't got to a payout yet. They're gonna naturally, like, start thinking like, well, if it was a regular job and you didn't succeed at that job, you would be fired already. So you're like underperforming. But in trading, there's a learning curve that's going to occur, chat. And some people's learning curve is quicker than others. I'm a believer that if you you can shorten the learning curve by sticking to one or two strategies and kind of trying to perfect that. But it has to be your own, chat, right? Even with me, the way that I trade, if you're not kind of molding, if you like the way that I trade, chat, and you're trying to implement some of that into your trading, and you're not kind of molding that to your trading style, like, it's not going to help you in the long run. Same with PW, right? The way that PW trades, if you're not like taking that, if you like how he trades and like adapt, you know, kind of adjusting it to how you trade and your trading style, like, in learning the ins and outs of it, that's not going to help you in the long run, chat. Because if we're not streaming, or if you're trading by yourself, as an example, you're not going to have a good grasp of the strategy. So that's why the purpose of the channel, in my opinion, where we take pride, is adding value to the space and trying to hopefully have people learn how to fish for themselves. That's why I love when I see people sending me DMs, guys, or responding on X, etc. Hey, I just got to a payout, right? Or I just passed my valuation account. That to me, and I love when people in the chat, they're like, oh yeah, I just took an equal low trade, right? That to me, guys, is great because that tells me that I'm doing something right from trying to add value and trying to help educate people in the space as much as possible. So that's just my 2 cents. What is your X name? Yeah, you can follow me. Just dropped it there. How long are you usually live until? Yeah, so typically like 12:30. I don't know, guys. I mean, we got to see how price is at like towards that time. If we're stuck in this range, I mean, is Power Hour going to be eventful today? I'm not sure. I mean, it's right. I mean, we've seen this story before, chat. Just back and forth here. So, oh, we're good. All right.
Okay.
All right, thanks. Yeah, have a good one. All right. All right, guys. So the ping pong table is up and ready. So might have to. Not gonna lie, guys. So once she's back, Ginger. Shout out to Ginger. Ginger's gonna get the beat down on the ping pong table, guys. You gotta love it. Gotta take my W's when I can. That sounded wrong. What sounded wrong? D-Money versus Ginger and ping pong live stream it. Let's go. Hey, you never know. Next week, we get the market stuck in the range, guys, and Ginger's here. Might have to try out the ping pong table, show her my ping pong skills, guys. I haven't played in a while, but I'll be ready. Don't you worry. Ginger said we'll see. Did you roll over? Yeah, I rolled over. I think Tuesday, chat. NQM6. That's the new contract. You should be on already. NQM6. Nothing to write home about here, chat. We've seen this story yesterday, actually. Make no mistake about it, guys. Remember, yesterday we were ranging since 10 o'clock as well. Right, we were stuck in a range since 10 o'clock, and we finally had some momentum, guys. So this is the same story like yesterday. We got stuck in a range for hours, guys, and then finally broke to the upside going into that 3 o'clock hour. So the longer it stays in this box, the bigger the move, typically, chat. So and we're not breaking down as of yet, right? Not really breaking down to the downside, but that could happen in the blink of an eye with NQ, guys. So if you haven't already, do me a solid, guys. Hit the like button. It's Friday. Called out, took 4 trades, called out the 4 trades, showed the setup, talked through what I was looking for. We have had 4 winners, and now we're just stuck in the big old range. Not much to do here. Shout out to Phil. D-Money, what's for lunch? Don't do a smoothie. You won't get big and strong like me. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's for lunch today, chat. Any recommendations, let me know. Drop it in the chat if you have a recommendation for lunch. What EMAs am I using? 1450 and 200. So 1450 and 200. Public sub. Yeah, pub subs are official. Not going to lie. Cafe Rio. I never had Cafe Rio. What is that food good? Cafe Rio? What kind of food is that? Is it Latin food? D-Money, do you drink beer or alcohol? I mean, I'm not a huge. I'll have a beer every once in a while, guys, with a meal or something like that. And if I go out somewhere, you know, with a group of friends or something, I'll have a drink or two, and that's about it. I'm not huge on drinking, guys. Like, right? So, but I will have a drink or two. That's it. So. D likes that sticky icky. Nah, I don't smoke either, man. I don't smoke. I do have I do drink beer and alcohol occasionally, like going out and stuff like that, but nothing too crazy. But I'm not a smoker. JC Trades 25. I'm getting to know you, D Money. Loving what I'm hearing. Let's go. Yeah, I'm just being myself, right? So I've never been that way, guys. Right. In full transparency, chat, you know, so my dad was a heavy drinker, and you know, so that's like one of the things, like, thank God I'm not like kind of like addicted to alcoholism and all that stuff. So thank God, guys. But my dad was a heavy drinker, and I think that caused a lot of problems inside of our family, to be honest. So just being transparent on that. Shout out to Hector, 3 years sober. Let's go. Ginger slides you a cookie, don't lie. Haha. Yeah, nah, she doesn't, chat. So yeah, she doesn't. She already know I don't that's just not my style, guys. That's it. So you're gonna get a break at some point here, chat. You're gonna get a break at some point above this, above or below the range. We know that. We saw the party yesterday. Make no mistake about it, right? So this is, if you were rocking out yesterday, chat, you remember this price action because it has to be very familiar, because it's almost identical to yesterday. Same time, 10 o'clock area, right? We range for a while and then we get a break. So, and the problem here where it gets tricky is that your entry has to be calculated, chat, because if it's not calculated, it's easy to get chopped, before the move happened. So if you notice, like on these pops to the upside, you had to get in on these bottom wicks down here like 275, and then you're riding the momentum back up. So if you got in up here, see, and this is like kind of playing out exactly how I'm saying, chat. So if you got in on a breakout up here above 314, well, guess what? You're starting to get chopped, right? You're down 14, 15 points. So you have to be almost trying to get in on a wick, on the bottom wick. This is why this is like a no trade area, or you're trying to get in on a previous candle's low, guys, or wait for a breakout, right? Because it's easy to get chopped here. And that would be super frustrating, guys. If you get back all your profit, you're up on the day, and you had 3 or 4 good trades, and all of a sudden you're in the red because you decided to play the chop instead of waiting for a break. I mean, that wouldn't be good. So now that you had that bottom wick put in, is that enough energy to pop to the top of the range above 326, right? Because now you have that bottom wick that was established, guys. So you gotta love this action. You would be targeting, if they get it going, possibly 341, chat, right? If they can get it going to the upside, because that's the high that's sitting up here that was put in before the retracement back to the downside. If they lose these, if they lose the 14 EMA, kind of all we're doing right now, guys, is just kind of playing ping pong. Right, so that's why this is not like, you need some momentum to kind of step in. To make this enticing. And that's the easiest way to explain it. What's your X handle? Yeah, I dropped it in the chat. It's the Marius Trades NQ. It'll be funny, guys, if we just pop rapidly through this, the top of the box, right, to the upside. It'll be hysterical. Doji right out the 14 EMA. And looks like we're headed bearish doji. So it's like watching paint dry, guys, right? Like it's oh man. Let me do let me pin this here. All right, they're trying to go, chat. There's the top of the range, right? Well, at least the top of the gray box got tapped. Put in a high at 24,328. Do they have enough momentum to kind of get up here and take out the previous high at 343? That's the question. Do I ever swing trade? Well, I mean, if you're trading props, I mean, if you got a limited time, so that would be basically, if you're like swinging overnight or something, right? That's all you pretty much get because your trade has to be closed out before market close. So you don't get much time. So just watching to see, guys, do they have enough momentum to break through this box and get back up above 340 area? Got about a minute, 30 seconds left on the current 5-minute candle. And they are trying to push. All right, there it is, guys. Right, so there's the breakout there. We're getting a breakout to the upside. So if you're kind of trading this, you're looking for more continuation. Took a while to get up there, guys. So you got to be looking for more continuation here, right? Maybe a pop through 350 area. Wow. There it. Couldn't even switch over, guys. 25. There you go. There's more, guys. So kind of talk through that. And it popped really quick on the break to the upside, over 25 points. You got to love it. So that was just an anticipation trade, guys. Saw the momentum and then decided to hop in. So we finally got that break, right, of we were looking at 326 level, chat, and saw the break to the upside, decided to hop in and had a quick 20-point push there. I was long from 319, nice. So now, all right, so we got to break above the range, guys. And if you're bullish, you want continuation, right? So if you did not enter on the breakout trade, then you're looking for this 355 area to get broken, and then you're targeting 380 or higher, chat. Right? So basically the previous 5-minute candle's high. If it gets broken, you could be targeting more upside. So you're watching to see if price has enough momentum to stay above this range that it just broke out of, and take out previous candles highs headed towards 380. 380 is actually the bottom of the opening range candle, guys. So that's where that level's from. I just had chili dogs. Oh man, I'm not a fan of hot dogs, chat. I'll be honest. I'm not a fan of hot dogs, chili dogs. So I'm just being honest. Please don't start on Corn Dog Tim again. Oh man, this is why Corn Dog Tim left. Here we go. Gotta love the chat. Oh. So breakout above the range, you finally got it right. Took a couple hours, chat. Now we're right back inside the range temporarily. So oh man, you guys are undefeated. The range be raging. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Right back down, guys. Right back down so far. So nothing to write home about. If we basically, if you're looking to get long, you would love to see previous lows get basically stay intact at like 300 level, and then we start to wick out of this area back to the upside. All right, so you don't want this previous candle's low taken out, and that matches with the 14 EMA as well. So you would be looking to basically anticipate price pushing back out of this. Basically now technically it should be a support area because we broke out of it to the upside, right? So who's gonna win now the battle after we put in a high up here, guys, right at 355 area? Kind of watching to see if bulls can take us back to the upside, put in new highs, or is that it for the time being and we get stuck back inside of this range? You like the reaction there, chat? To the upside, right? That's bullish. Right back off the support area. You start taking out previous candles highs, 346. You could get a pretty vast move up towards 380. That's how you would have to play it. You got 2 minutes and 49 seconds left on the current candle. Check something. 15-minute candle looks pretty good. It's above the 14 EMA. 30-minute candle looks bullish. 1 hour candle's bullish. 4 hour candle's bullish. So there's a lot of bullish momentum in the market, guys. It's just a matter of the continuation being present. VWAP at 396. Gotcha. Yeah, so that would, I mean, because that level, the 24,380, that's the opening range candles low that we broke, guys, to the downside. So that's why that level's on the chart. But we need to get out of this consolidation, right, to approach that level. We need to get momentum, to have enough momentum to kind of break out and head towards that level. So Team PW BDH, y'all have a great weekend. Time for lose. Looks like a U-shape. Yeah. V-shape recovery. Yeah, we call that like a V-shape recovery. That's what's happening. That's what's starting to form for sure on the chart. I mean, the question is, what will we have a decent power hour today, chat? Right? That's the question. It's Friday, or is it going to be a dud? If you haven't already, guys, do me a solid. Hit the like button. So, took multiple trades, called out 4 trades, kind of walked through a pop to the upside for that 5th trade setup that I took for a quick pop to the upside, right? And now we are just kind of hanging out right above the top of the range. You want to see continuation up and previous highs get taken above like 348 for the continuation, right? If we kind of lose this area and we get back, if we drop back below 311 to 14 EMA on a 5-minute chart, I mean, we could be in for a dud of a afternoon session as well. So And so far, right back down. You got to love it. Blush brown. Love the eyebrows today, D-Money. Let's go. They don't look the same every day. I don't do anything to my eyebrows, so I don't know what the oh man. They don't look the same every day, chat. My eyebrows look different today. I mean, they don't look you gotta love it. I honestly don't do anything to my eyebrows, guys, so I don't know. Today they look like they hit 500 trades. Oh man. Getting a reaction again, chat. Right? You're getting a reaction here off the EMA, right back up. You get back above 338. Current candle's high. You get a pop here. Forming a nice bottom wick on the current 5-minute candle. All right, so you like that reaction, guys, right, with that bottom wick on the current 5-minute candle, because that kind of shows you that the bulls at the moment don't want to end the battle to take this thing higher. So gonna try a long here, guys. I'm long. Gonna see if we'll get a push up here to 355 or higher. Not sure if we'll get the momentum or not, but I'm gonna try it. I like the bottom wick. So if I get chopped, that's fine, but so you had a push a little bit over 5 points, had a bit of a pullback. Do we got enough momentum to kind of push higher here, guys, right? Put in new highs. All right, you don't like that open, no wick, straight back down. You don't like that. So we had a few points there, and you had an immediate push back down. No top wick on the current candle, guys. This thing needs to go if they're going to push it. All right, there it is. There's 10 points on the pop, guys. You got to love that. Quick 10-point pop to the upside. There's 15 points. And you had a pullback, but you had a quick 15-point pop there, guys. And you're getting a bit of a pullback now, so I don't like that pullback. So if you took the W there, drop a W in the chat. You got to love it. I just don't like that pullback instantly, right? So, but you had a quick 15-point pop to the upside. Saw the bottom wick on the previous 5-minute candle. Right off the 14 EMA, guys. That's bullish. If it gets back above 349, could be more upside and just a little delayed, to be honest. So yeah, you don't like this reaction though, guys, right? See how we should be gone now. This should not be, it already put in a current, it put in a higher high, chat. So that's not ideal price action. When you see a high put in up here, a higher high, and then we start to pull back like this, that's not great. Now, if you're willing to hold it, that's totally on you. But I'm a momentum trader. So when price starts to run out of momentum, it's time to scrap the trade, right? So if you notice from the high, we've already dropped back down 26 points. That's not momentum, guys. That's not what momentum looks like to the upside. If we get back above the 356 area, then yeah, you could be targeting 380. It just depends on your risk tolerance, guys, right? I like to lock in a profit. I can always re-enter when I see the momentum pick back up, but I'm not going to sit through 30 points of drawdown, right? Because I feel like it's going to continue to go up. That's great with Lil Ray Ray. So if we get back above 357, could be targeting 380 or higher, chat. This is a slow V-shaped recovery. Yeah, that's what it's shaping up to be, for sure. I agree. You can see it clear on the 15-minute chart, right? See how we're kind of riding up